Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're back with another album review. Today we have the one who stalled it for ages, so I also just decided to stall my reaction for ages. Whole Lotta Red by Playboi Carti. Now it's a very long track. Obviously it came out the Christmas Day 2020. It's 24 songs long. It's 1 hour and 3 minutes. It's a very long album. It was long awaited. I have heard it before, but let's have a quick listen through for all the songs and I'll give you my opinions and a final score at the end. Let's get straight into it. Let's start off with the first track today, and it is Rockstar Made, and it's 3 minutes 13 seconds long. Let's see what this one's about. Very normal Carti right now. Interesting to see if Baby Voice, how much impact Baby Voice is having into play. It is so boring. Rockstar Made, like I said, it's a very boring track, very normal, generic Carti. Didn't find anything too experimental, it was a bit meh. Did not enjoy it one bit. A very poor way to start off the album in my opinion. Let's get on to track number 2 now. Very short track, 1 minute 59 seconds long. Obviously it's got my boy Kanye West featured on it, and it's called Go to the Moon. Now, obviously very Kanye West biased. I'm going to try and take the bias out and let's get straight into it. There's my boy. My boy, I love him. I love him so much. I'm pretty sure as well that Kanye helped produce a lot on this album. Maybe not a lot, but I know he produced quite a lot of songs.
My grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. You know, what, you know.
To be fair, this verse from him right now is better than Jesus is King, really. No, that's a bit harsh, but I've been enjoying this. This is the Kanye, the arrogant Kanye I'm liking. It's not too bad from Carti either. Go to the Moon, a very decent track. I enjoyed it a lot. It's better than Rockstar Made in my opinion. The shorter the better it seemed right there. It didn't need to go for any longer. Kanye's verse and chorus was very nice. Carti had a nice little bit on the end, but it was very much a Kanye track. The instrumental was very nice. It was nice production. I enjoyed it quite a lot. It's a lot better than Rockstar Made in my opinion. Let's get on to track number 3 now. This one's Stop Breathing. It's 3 minutes 38 seconds long. Going back to these long tracks. See what this one is about. See if I enjoy this as much as the Kanye feature. Quite a hard bass line there as well. Stop breathing, and he's just breathing into the mic. It's not working, this one. Stop Breathing is like a shit Nickelback, and you must be shit if you're a shit Nickelback. I'm joking, that's harsh, but I didn't rate it. Like I said, he just was breathing into the mic for half the song, and then all of a sudden he was just screaming. It weren't all that. If he wants to make a rockstar track, it could have, or like a rock track or anything, and a bit more heavy track, it could have been a lot better than that. I didn't rate that one whatsoever. Going to track number 4 now, and this one's Beano, and it's 2 minutes 33 seconds long. Shorter track. Let's see if it's probably the length what's not helping him right now. So let's see if I enjoy this one. The beat's nice already.
Spent 100K with my son, I bought my sister a Jeep.
This one's a lot more enjoyable. Beano, I enjoyed that a lot more. It weren't as good. I think Go to the Moon still my favourite track. It was better than Stop Breathing and Rockstar Made. I really like the way Carti flowed on it. It was very impressive. Bit different to what we've heard previously already on this album, and I enjoyed it a lot better. Maybe he needs to stick to that a little bit more. But yeah, nice track. The lyrics also quite impressive. He was spitting, just talking about his life. Instrumental was brilliant. Yeah, I enjoyed that track quite a lot. Let's go on to track number 5 now, and this one's Jump Out the House. It is 1 minute 33 seconds long, so the shortest track we've got so far. Straight into it. Hear how many times he does this. He likes a bit of repetitiveness. This is bad. I'm not liking this. I know what he's doing, but it's very filler. These songs are filler for this album. I think it's 24 tracks and this is one of them. Jump Out the House is terrible. Didn't rate it whatsoever. Like I said, it's just like a filler song, but there's no need for it to be in the album. Just get rid of some of them. I know he's been teasing it for like 2 years, whatever it is now, but he's also going to make a deluxe from what I've heard, so why these sort of songs on it? Like, just don't put them on. Like, just put your better songs on it. If you're making a deluxe, I know he's got a load of songs, I'd rather just not hear these sort of tracks, and I'd rather hear just better tracks like Beano and Go to the Moon. Like, Didn't rate it whatsoever. Let's get on to track number 6 now. It's a very long song, 5 minutes 12 seconds, and it is Metamorphosis. I think I said that right, I have no idea. It's featuring Kid Cudi. Is this Pissy Pamper? Give me Pissy Pamper, or Kid Cudi, whatever one you want to call it. I'm calling it Pissy Pamper. Kid Cudi's Hunting is probably one of the best things, top 5 things in the world, I'd say. This is awful, like really bad. Cudi's kind of trying to save it, but there's no way of saving this. This is awful. I've never heard anything worse from Carti in my life. Metamorphosis, terrible. I think it's the worst track. Like I said, Kid Cudi tried to save it, he just couldn't, and it's terrible. It's an awful, awful song. So repetitive from Carti. He just chatting shit. He's just talking for the sake of talking. It is awful. It was a nice instrumental as well, like the beat on it was very, very hard. And that's what he done over the top of it. I'd rather have just had Pissy Pamper in it. Because we know that one's good. Just give it to us, Carti. Don't give us this shit. Don't give us this shit. Let's get on to track number 7 though now anyway. It's 2 minutes 44. This one is Slayer. Hopefully it's an improvement from what we just heard. This beat's nice as well. See, I'm enjoying this from Carti. This is a lot better. This is a lot better. Slayer, nice track. I think it's a big improvement from what we've heard so far. Still probably third favourite out of the ones I've heard so far. Could have been a little bit better. I like the length of it. I don't think it should have gone any longer. And the way he flowed and everything over that was very nice with that very nice calming instrumental. Let's get on to track number 8 now, and this one is 1 minute 28 seconds long. Very short track, and it's called No Sleep. Bit of video game vibe on this beat as well. Ooh, I like how it come in there. I'm not too sure how to feel about this one. I'm not liking the ad-lib of poof, poof, poof in the background either. Like I said, No Sleep, I'm very indifferent with that. I don't know if I like it or not. There was parts of it where I liked, like how Carti was flowing off that was quite nice, but the beat was saving it a lot more, I believe, with like the video game aspect, like the ad-libs on it was fucking awful. I didn't like that at all. It kind of put off the song for me. It could have been better if there was a few tweaks in it. Let's get on to track number 9 now. This one is New Tank, and it's 1 minute 29 seconds long. 2 very short songs back to back, and oh my god, he's hitting hard with it straight away. Again, I'm same with No Sleep. I'm quite iffy with this one. I'm not sure if I enjoy it or not. New Tank, like I said, I'm not too sure if I enjoy it too much, kind of like No Sleep. There was aspects of it was quite nice, like the beat again was very hard hitting and enjoyable, but then Carti I feel like could have been a bit better. Again, he got that repetitive nature in him. I don't enjoy that repetitive nature because he's not even changing the tone or anything. It's just literally, it's like he's just going duh, 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 duh. Like there's nothing different, and I've heard it off like 3 different songs off here already. Let's get on to track number 10 now, and this one is Teen X, and it's featuring Future. 3 minutes 25 seconds long, straight into it already. See if Future can kind of help Carti lift it back up again. Baby voice. I don't really like the baby voice too much, and I'm not really liking this. Here's Future. It's so quiet. This beat is so much louder than like what they're actually like rapping, how loud they're rapping. They could probably turn themselves up a little bit. Like I said, Teen X, I didn't really like even the production on that one. It got a bit annoying after a while, probably a bit too long again. The baby voice I'm not the biggest fan of it. I didn't rate it too highly of Carti, and especially on that one anyway. And Future, I just could hardly hear him. I was listening out like that, trying to listen for him. Like I just, yeah. Future and Carti have made better songs, not necessarily together, but they've made better songs. Let's go on to track number 11 now. And this one is Meh. Not At Meh, because that is awful, that song. But this one is Meh, and it's 1 minute 58 seconds long. A very, very short track. Is it another bit of filler or is it a good track? Again, hard hitting instrumental and beat on it. Again, I don't know how to feel about this one. I'm a bit speechless through these songs, like what I feel like a bit filler. Again, I think Meh was very meh. Sorry. It was very, it was average. I feel like it's just a bit of filler. Again, like there's songs, sometimes having short tracks are decent on albums, but when you've got 24 songs, is there any need for like songs under 2 minutes will have no impact on the album at all? I don't even know what the theme is right now. I guess it's this hard-hitting vampire sort of thing, what he's going for. But I'm just songs like that are just filler. There's no need for them to be in the album. We're at the halfway point now mentioning Vampire. This one is Vamp Anthem. It's 2 minutes 4 seconds long. See what this one is about. And there we go, the Vampire aspect. And that beat is hard. The way it comes in is hard as well. I really enjoyed this. This beat as well. This bit is hard as well. It's one of the best tracks on this album so far, without doubt. Vamp Anthem, like I said, it was a very enjoyable track. I liked it. It brought it felt like the theme was there. Talking about like the previous track, it didn't feel like it was filler. It felt like it deserved to be there. It felt like Carti was having fun with it. You could tell by the sampling of that sort of like Dracula sort of instrumental in the background of the piano and stuff like that. And like I said, Carti was just enjoying himself. He sounded like he wanted to produce this song, where you got other songs in this album which I just feel like he didn't really care about. Let's get on to track number 13 now. This one's New Neon and it's 1 minute 56 seconds long. Again, is this going to be filler or is it going to continue on from the greatness of Vamp Anthem? Going for that slower vibe this time. You know what, I like this one. Second half definitely is better than the first so far. New Neon, short, sweet, impactful again. That's what I mean, like that sort of song was, it felt like it deserved to be here, where you've got the other one, like the other little short songs, which feel like a bit like filler, but that felt like it should be it, especially a good follow-up after Vamp Anthem. I enjoyed New Neon quite a lot. Let's go on to track number 14 now. We're going to go for a decently long song again. 3 minutes 17 seconds long. This one is called Control.
Kanye West is the executive producer, along with Matthew Williams, who work it.
There we go, Kanye West, executive producer. I was right. Maybe that should have been at the start though. That was like an introduction to the album. It's gone a bit singy. This ain't too bad. Again, it got a bit repetitive. This would have been a better intro track, I think. And like I said, it got a little bit repetitive at stages in that song. The beat, the production on it was very nice again. The bit at the start was quite cool, but maybe that, I feel like it's just a weird placement for Control to be. That should have probably been at the start. It was talking about who was executive producer and everything. It was like a welcome into the album. It should have been either in the middle, really, end, or possibly the start, and I feel like it should have been at the start. Another decently long track with track number 15, Punk Monk, and it's 3 minutes 49 seconds long. Let's see what this one is about. Sounds like it needs a strepsil. Yeah, not rating this. It's not having the impact on me I think it should. Again, quite repetitive, just a bit boring song, far too long. Punk Monk, too long, too boring, very repetitive. Actually knackered me out a little bit. Let's go on to track number 16 though now, and it's 1 minute 42 seconds long, and it's On That Time. Is this going to be a bit of filler, or is it actually going to have an impact? The shorter songs I actually enjoy more than the longer songs, but some of them felt like filler. Again, that hard hitting beat is filler. On That Time, like I said, you can hardly hear him, bit of filler. Production was quite nice. To be fair, most of the production on here has been decent. There's been a few songs what is a bit hit or miss, but you can see the influence Carti's having on the production anyway, because a lot of it's very samey, all that hard bass lines and everything like that. It's just let's go on to track number 17 now, and we're going for that vampire theme again. Again? Jesus Christ. King Vamp. This one's 3 minutes 6 seconds long. Let's see what this one is about. I'm not rating this one. King Vamp, sorry, didn't rate it at all. It made me laugh because it was just him just going, oh, like he gritted his teeth, and I just didn't rate it. Production on it was nice, but it was very similar production as what we've heard earlier on. But it weren't the best track. Let's get on to track number 18 now, and this one's Place, and it's 1 minute 57 seconds long. Will I enjoy this more? Probably, because it's quite short. I like that little pause. Little pause is cool. I actually checked my phone to see if it was working or not. I'm enjoying this. Carti just talking to us with a nice soothing instrumental in the background. This is a nice track. See, this is the enjoyable Carti. This is the Carti I like. Place, I'd probably put Place as debatably my favourite song on the album so far. I enjoyed it. The pause at the start was very cool. It was a nice little spin on the production. I think that was quite a nice continuing the song on. Definitely caught my intrigue as well. And Carti was very good on it. It was very, very good track for Carti. Probably the best I've seen him perform on. With the Like just the soothingness of him, the soothingness of his voice, just it wasn't angriness, what I'm not been rating. Let's go on to track number 19 now, and this one is called Sky, and it's 3 minutes 13 seconds long. Production on this is nice. The second half has been better on this album, I think, than the first. Took a bit too long. That was 40 seconds there of just nothing happening, but the production kept me dancing to it. See, I like this more because the ad-libs are bringing a bit more life to it. Carti seems to be enjoying himself a bit more on this song. Sky, a nice song after Place as well. It was very like dancey, and it was quite nice. Carti, the ad-libs, like I said, even his verses, just felt like he wanted to be there a lot more. And the production kept me listening to it for a lot longer than what I probably would have if it was a different sort of track anyway. Let's go on to number 20 now, and this one is 2 minutes 46 seconds long, sorry. It is Over. And this game is like that video game, like Game Boy sort of beat. I like the beat. Carti's not too bad on it as well. This is decent, I like this. Over, another nice track. The beat on it, like I said, the Game Boy video game vibe was very intriguing. It kept me listening. Carti kind of just talking to us again, and it was very nice. It kept me wanting to hear what he had to say. Very, very nice track. Let's go on to track number 21 now, and this one is I Love You, I Hate You. It's 2 minutes 15 seconds long. Let's see what this one is about. Decent sized like length of a track as well. Pierre Bourne as well. Ooh. The eeriness on that, I'm liking that. Second half's definitely been better than the first. I Love You, I Hate You, decent track. Instrumental behind him of him just kind of flowing off it very nicely. Decent. I Love You, I Hate You, again a very nice track. Like I said, it was short and sweet. The eeriness of the instrumental was lovely for Kai, especially for the theme, what I think he's trying to go for. It was a different switch up from like a heavy bass line, so that credit to Pierre Bourne there. And Carti performed very well on it as well. I enjoyed it. Let's get on to track number 22 now, and this one's called Die For Guy, and it's 2 minutes 11 seconds long. Another short track to kind of get to this latter stage. Went straight into it. It's a snitch. he's just out with his brother. The beat's nice on it. Again, the production's been very good for this album, quite a lot. But now I don't know, he's going back to that. Die For Guy, didn't rate too highly, I'm not gonna lie. Track number 23 now, and this one is Not Playing, and this one's 2 minutes 10 seconds long. Again, another short track. Let's see what this one is about. Ooh. I'm liking this beat. This beat is lovely. Again, not a different vibe. Not Playing, a very, very enjoyable track. Carti flowed off it so well. The instrumental, like I said, very good because it was a bit different for once again. The different sort of instrumentals and the beats what we've had on this album have been some of my favourites. It just felt different instead of that hard, just a hard bass line and Carti being angry over the top of it and it going the whole time. These ones, like these little like they're just, you get what I mean, like yeah, it's just better. The final track now, this one's 3 minutes 24 seconds long. Feel Like Dying, very lovely way to end it off. Let's see if it is enjoyable or not. It's been a very, very long album. He needs to end it off well because the second half has been better. This is different, a different approach for Carti. It's actually quite a sweet way to end it. The instrumental makes it a lot more cute. I feel Like Dying was a better way he's ended his album than he started it anyway, in my opinion. Like I said, the beat and stuff just made it seem very, very cute. And the way what he was talking about and everything just made it very sweet. It was a very sweet way to end off the album, in my opinion. Very emotional, and it didn't make me want to feel like I was dying. There is a whole lot of Red. Now, what did I think of it? My overall thoughts. The second half was a lot better in my opinion than the first half. There was a few nice tracks on the first half, obviously second half starting from Vamp Anthem in my opinion. Like there was a couple of nice tracks like Go To The Moon, Beano and Slayer were probably the three where I'd be like, oh I really enjoyed that, add that to my playlist. Where in the second half I feel like you had Vamp Anthem, New Neon, Place, Sky, Over, I Love You, I Hate You, Not Playing and Feeling Like Dying. I feel like all them tracks were a lot better. 24 tracks, or 24 songs, sorry, is a lot to have on an album, in my opinion. I've moaned about like D Block Europe and that album reaction, what I've had of that. Moaned about them for having too long of albums, and we moaned about them all the time. Artists like that, where it feels very samey. Near the end, I feel like he switched up a lot more, and a couple of tracks dotted around, he switched up a little bit, like Beano. But most of it was like I said previously, it's a heavy bass line, and then Carti's just angry over the top of it, and he's just repeating words, and it's nothing too special, nothing too out there. The production on the other end was actually very good for the most part. Like I said, it was very samey, but then I feel like that's probably more Carti than the producers wanting to do that. I feel like Carti was like, oh yeah, this is the, like, I get he's trying to get a theme, but the theme was very much too same. Like you couldn't really tell the difference between it. If you were going to play through every instrument, like beat or instrument or whatever, you're not going to be able to tell the difference of what song is what, in my opinion anyway. I wouldn't be able to tell. Felt like he started experimenting in the second half, but if he wanted a theme, then he could have cut this down by half and took them experimental ones out. Or if he wanted that experimental stuff, he could have took half of them out for that theme. But I don't know what he wanted to go for. I don't feel like he took the impact of what he tried to go for. I feel like it was just very much like, I need to seem angry and aggressive on these tracks, when I think he could have probably gone down a better route with a few there and then a lot more different sort of styles in there as well. The features, obviously you had 3, you had Kanye, Kid Cudi and Future. Future I could hardly even hear. Kid Cudi had quite a good verse, but the song was awful anyway. And Kanye, I feel, had the best feature on it. I know everyone's going to say I'm being biased, but I feel like he had the best feature on the whole album. But let's get on to probably the worst tracks. 3 worst tracks. I am gonna go for definitely Metamorphosis. That was terrible. Rockstar Made, I didn't rate it. I thought that was very, very annoying, and I don't think it should have started the album at all. And probably T-Next featuring Future, I didn't rate that. It just was a bit like, I was sitting there, I was laughing. It was terrible. I didn't rate it. My 3 favourite songs, I'm gonna go for Go to the Moon, probably. Vamp Anthem and Place. I'm gonna say them 3. I've got to have one in the first half, but then the second half was better. But then I feel like Go to the Moon I would listen to more because of Kanye. Now, what am I going to rate it out of 10? Like I said, you could have either took half of it out and made this probably a worse album in my opinion, with like this same theme, very, very samey, or you could have gone for this other side where you're a bit more experimental, and I feel like the experimental side, or not experimental necessarily, but like the different themes and everything like that, what he's gone for in the second half, has saved the album from being a lot lower than what it had to be. I feel like it could have been like really low, in my opinion, but I feel like from tracks from albums from 2020, this is probably most down the middle I've ever heard. Obviously, you've got Eternal Take, I rated a 5, and that's why I'm going to give Whole Lot of Red as well. I feel like they're on the same bar. After a long wait and a lot of hype surrounding them, I feel like they did disappoint quite a lot. I feel like it could have been a lot better. I feel like the half what was good is making it a 5. Just a shame that the second half and how long and how many tracks there were is making it worse. So I'd say a 5 out of 10 for Whole Lot of Red. But thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Comment down below any other albums or anything you want to react to. I'm open to anything. Don't forget to check out the podcast by me and Joe, A1306. Obviously we also recently released the tier list for 2020, which Whole Lot of Red is on. If you want to see where that is placed, then check that out. That would have come up on the sidebar or something like that. But yeah, I'll see you all later.